Hello and welcome to the New Indian Express Online. I'm Bansy, Kalappa. With me is a very senior statesman, someone who's served as former Chief Minister of Karnataka, someone who's been Foreign Affairs Minister of India, someone who's also been a governor. We have with us the one and only Mr. SM Krishna. So, Mr. Krishna, you have in many ways been the parent of Brand Bengaluru. Today, how do you see the brand going?
Well, around the time when I assumed office as Chief Minister, there was a very keen competition between Bangalore and Hyderabad. Hyderabad, under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu, had made tremendous strides in taking technology to the rural areas, in taking technology to the day-to-day life of the people. I thought about the developments, and well, Bangalore is the capital for the Infosys. Narayan Murthy is in Bangalore.
Absolutely.
And Brand Bengaluru is also in Bangalore.
Absolutely.
In Chandrababu Naidu.
Yes.
So I said that why should we not utilize their leadership and their innovative qualities? So I approached Narayan Murthy, because those days we used to have Chief Minister's committee on IT and BT. So I wanted to go to Narayan Murthy, but Narayan Murthy said I will myself come to Vidhan Soda. He came and then I broached the subject with him. Then he jumped at the opportunity and said, I passed out of National Institute of Engineering in Mysore.
Absolutely.
And I owe something to my home state. So he said, I will be delighted to be part of whatever government's initiatives are. Then I telephoned Azim Premji. He was in his Wipro office in Singapore. So I asked him, Premji, sir, I would like to come and meet you. Then he said, where are you speaking from? I said, I am speaking from Vidhan Soda. Then he said, have you seen the conditions of the road in Sajapur, Mr. Krishna? I don't think that you will be wasting half a day commuting between Vidhan Soda and Sajapur road. So we will fix it for some other time. Then I said, I will get back to you. Then I asked the Chief Engineer, Public Works Department, to go to Sajapur, Wipro, that area, and see that the roads are all updated. And then I telephoned him. Then he said, he came to Vidhan Soda, thanked me for taking prompt action in upgrading those roads. And he said, anything I can do for you. He put me this question when I asked him for cooperation on the Chief Minister's Committee on IT. He said, are you asking as Chief Minister or SM Krishna? I said, I am asking as SM Krishna, not as Chief Minister. That's why I wanted to come to you, but you are gracious enough to come to Vidhan Soda. So that is how it started. And of course, Nandan Nilekani was one of the prime movers
Of BATF, Bangalore Agenda Task Force.
We had the Bangalore Agenda Task Force. That was a very unique private-public participation and then accountability. We used to meet every 6 months. The Chief Minister would be there from morning till late in the night with them. And then we used to test, we used to set targets. And then after 6 months, in the general body of all the stakeholders, we used to have an accountability session. And then after going through the accountability, how they have performed, we would set further targets for the next 6 months. That way, accountability became very pronounced. Everybody would be there in the conference hall with Ansoda, and then they were asked to present PowerPoint presentation. And that's how the Bangalore Agenda Task Force clinched the competition between Hyderabad and Bangalore. And ultimately, Chandrababu Naidu himself said that Bangalore is the hub of IT and BT.
And there was no catching up then.
Well, I think we have progressed, but unfortunately in 2004, when I debuted office, and then went away as governor of Maharashtra, there was no follow-up. I think there was a sudden break being applied, in a vehicle which is progressively going in motion. Suddenly you apply brake, and then you turn off the engine, and that's the end of the story. That's what happened in 2004. It is most unfortunate. These are policies which ultimately go to improve the quality of life of the people of the state, people of that region. And then nobody need take it as personal. It was not SM Krishna. It was just an idea, which came to be put into practice.
Do you see Bangalore as a brand progressing in the right direction now that Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is there?
Well, no, Brand Bengaluru just cannot be recharged in a few months. It takes sustained effort. I do appreciate Shivakumar's anxiety to continue the brand status of Bangalore. But I think more effort needs to be put into that. The good intentions are visible. So practically, we must push the whole governmental machinery into action.
Also, we are seeing a huge problem in regards to water. And you had faced as Chief Minister then a similar water situation. What is the way out for this water crisis?
I think every summer we face the water crisis. Not only in Bangalore, in various areas. The water bodies which were set up by our forefathers, in terms of village, there was a tank in every village.
In each
As
village.
you come from the rural background, I come from the rural background, and
Yes.
I remember in Somnali we had a small tank, and down below there were so many other tanks. And during the rainy days, we used to store water. But now what has happened to those tanks is that they are all heavily silted. As a result of which, the storage capacity has shrunk. And we are unable to expand it because desilting is not economically feasible, according to the expert. So as a result of which, we are handicapped. But I am of the conviction that desilting these tanks is the need of the hour, and it can help us to get out of this water crisis.
You had served as Foreign Affairs Minister. Now there has been so much of a change in regard to foreign affairs nationally. Would you like to comment on the present foreign affairs of India?
Well, the present foreign affairs are in very, very capable hands of Shri Jaishankar. Mr. Jaishankar has been one of our stalwarts in the making of our foreign policy. He has been ambassador to China, to the United States, and I think it is in very, very capable hands. 20 years back, 10 years back, when I was foreign minister, India did not have the same image that we have today around the world. Today, in the last 10 years, India's imprint on foreign affairs has become very, very eloquent. It could be seen, and we are very fortunate that even Prime Minister Modi is tremendous appeal across the world has helped in shaping our foreign policy. So India has a right, and India has become a power to reckon with in whatever decisions that we can make.
A lot of people have been asking you to write a book. Would you be writing a book, autobiographical book on your life and times? Because there's so much to be said.
Yeah, on foreign affairs, yes, I'm planning a book with the help of a journalist friend of mine in Calcutta about my chief ministership. I think a book in Canada has already come out with the A.N. Sheshgirrao as the editor and Professor Devalegoda. Both of them are no longer there, but they have compiled a book named Krishna Patha, which documents my tenure as Chief Minister.
How do you really spend your time? Because as a politician, as a senior politician, as a statesman, I'm sure you have many visitors, and there is so much of time.
Well, I read a lot, and I watch the TV, particularly the YouTube, which connects me to a whole lot of developments, past, present, and futuristic.
Information.
So I keep myself abreast with the developments.
Well, if we remember, Yashaswini was a scheme that was started by the then government in the period between 99 and 2004, and it was a scheme that was started and later implemented all across India. So first of all, how do you really look at Yashaswini? Because it's a scheme that was conceived by your government when Mr. Vishwanath was the primary education minister. So it has gone a long way from there.
I think projects like Yashaswini rolls out when you have innovative ministers in the government. I was fortunate that I had a few ministers who were very innovative, and Mr. Vishwanath was one of them. We were just thinking as to how we should improve the quality of education. And then, as Swami Vivekananda said, Vedanta doesn't get into an empty stomach. You should have a full stomach to understand Vedanta. So also, if education has to be successful, then it should be on a full stomach. So that's where we started the midday meal program when he was the primary education minister. And then the Yashaswini scheme thanks to Dr. Devi Shetty and again Mr. Vishwanath, and then the insurance companies. I think between the three of them, they started working out the various contours of SSVD. And it was a very successful program and very innovative, but cost effective and ultimately beneficial to society. But unfortunately in 2004 they stopped it. But again, when Basuraj Bommai was Chief Minister, I think me and Mr. Vishwanath made a plea that he should revive this scheme, and I am glad that Mr. Bommai revived this scheme, and today now it has become an All India scheme. So I am so happy, we are so happy about that becoming an All India scheme. Across the board, we have the SSVD scheme. Ayushman Bharat is one of those.
Cafe Coffee Day has gone through some challenges. Now what is, because a lot of us are admirers of Cafe Coffee Day, we are customers of Cafe Coffee Day. What would you like to say about this? Because they have been through difficult times, now they are better. What would you like to say about this?
Well, it has gone through a very rough times.
Absolutely.
And I am glad that my daughters and my grandchildren have been able to lift it up, and they have succeeded. But the consolidation has to take place. It needs more time. But I'm glad that my children and grandchildren have done their very best to manage the affairs of Cafe Coffee Day as a tribute to Siddharth, my son-in-law, who started the whole idea. It needs some more time for them to consolidate. I wish them well.
Thank you. There it is, Mr. SM Krishna, former Chief Minister of Karnataka, former Union Minister of Foreign Affairs, former Governor, saying there is still a road ahead for Cafe Coffee Day, and they still need to move. A lot of effort needs to be done, but they are on the right track. Thank you for watching.